Okay, friends, here we go. Remember to like, comment, and share. It's important that we stay connected. Well, here we have the newest clown joining the Trump circus. I present to you this guy, Steve Witkoff, a New York real estate developer and longtime friend of the Donald, and now our American envoy to Russia and Vladimir Putin. He's our spokesperson to speak to Putin directly regarding ending the Russo-Ukrainian war. Well, first off, there's no evidence that this rube has any experience with Russia or the region in general, for that matter. An article in Forbes magazine by senior contributor Stuart Anderson spells it out in great detail. Out the gate, this guy is out of his league. He just recently had a sit-down interview with, wait for it, Tucker Carlson on March 21st, which should have been our first clue, where he basically said the main obstacle was not Russia stopping the attacks and withdrawing, but the problem is that Ukraine is not recognizing the fact that the invaded areas are now Russian territory. And also in the same interview, he couldn't even name the parts of Ukraine that he does feel is Russian territory. So there's that. He cited the same talking points that Putin has been spewing since the beginning of the war. Ukraine is the aggressor. Ukraine's not even a real country. It's not a real thing. It's just a conglomeration of regions kind of stitched together by some unknown force. Much like Trump's claim that some guy drew a line and claimed Greenland a couple of hundred years ago. Witkoff tried to cite some reference from Nikita Khrushchev. You know this guy? Well, he led the Communist Party from 1953 to 1964, and he's also the guy that supposedly brandished his shoe and banged it on the desk at the UN General Assembly meeting in 1960. But anyway, that guy supposedly gave territory to Ukraine and said that it should all be Russia anyway, because everybody there speaks Russian. Well, also Witkoff, as Putin has done repeatedly, said that a referendum in the occupied territories was held, and the people have voted. They overwhelmingly wanted to be Russian. Of course they did. Just like all the Canadians want to be American, or Greenland is crying out to be free from under the tyrannical boot of Denmark. It's clear that the only training Witkoff has had about the region is a short community college course that he signed up for, with his instructor being Vladimir Putin. Russian expert Mark Galati is quoted as saying, Witkoff is not an analyst or a moderator. He doesn't care about the facts. He's a political hitman out to impose a particular deal, and he'll say what he needs to set up and justify it. And even more telling is that Witkoff's end game isn't really about standing up for anyone. He just wants to get the Donald the Nobel Peace Prize. My oh my. Will we ever be able to live up to these words? God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. I just don't know, but peace.